Welcome everyone to our event, AI, the new connector for global and strategic partnerships. I am Priya Patra. I am the lead of the Women Power Up Network. And we have Cecilia, our Latin America lead. Cecilia, want to say hi to everyone?
Hi, hello, everyone. Here, greeting from Buenos Aires, Argentina. I'm Latin America lead, and I'm very glad to be here. I will be also a panelist today, so I am in a in a double role. Thank you, Priya.
Yes. Exactly, and you see her right there on the flyer. So thank you, Cecilia. We also have Shivantika. She is our editor of our newsletter Empowered, the newsletter that you see every 5th of the month in your mailbox is all powered by Shivantika. Shivantika, would you want to say hi to everyone?
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Priya, for giving this opportunity. It is my honor and pleasure to connect with this amazing Women Power Up team. So it's when I talk about the newsletter, it is not one man show. It is a team effort. It's an amazing team effort of Women Power Up. Thank you very much. Over to you, Priya.
Thank you, Shivantika. And we also have Lee Lambert, who always joins our sessions, and he is our mentor, advisor. Lee, want to say hi to everyone?
Yeah, I do. Please. I'm very, very happy to be here. I try to be here every session. Sometimes I don't get to stay, but it's been a pleasure to meet all of you and to hear the amazing knowledge that you bring to these sessions.
Thank you, Lee. Thanks for your support always. I saw Grace Johnson joining us here. She is our Africa lead. Grace, would you want to say hi to everyone?
Hi, Priya. Good day, everyone. Thank you for joining. Really glad I could make it.
Thank you, Grace. And everyone, please say hello to each other and let us know from where you have joined today. Join the Menti poll. The code is there on the screen, and I hope Cecilia will put that on the chat as well. The code is 76456563. And there's a link as well. Please do say hello to each other and take the poll and let us know from where you have joined today. There are some housekeeping rules for these sessions. We are here to celebrate women leadership. And we are all speaking on our individual capacity. Our views expressed here do not in any way represent the organization that we work for. This meeting is been recorded, as you have already seen. So if you are uncomfortable in any way, please feel free to hop off. Else, you are welcome to join the celebration. Now, before we get started with the event, we always remind ourselves who we are. So, a bit about our communities. So, we are Women Power Up Network. We were incepted on January 26, 2020, just before COVID started. We are not a business, but a community with a purpose. And right now, we have around 900 odd members in our LinkedIn as well as Facebook groups. Our vision is to empower everyone with the right support and skill to transform the future. We hope to do so one day. And right now, we are providing this platform to improve our skills and leadership qualities. So, what you see today is a small project, a cross cultural project of 1 month. And there are leaders who lead this project. We have a project manager, servant leader, a mentor who actually plans through this entire projects and brings this to an outcome, the webinar. We truly believe being good enough is just simply amazing. And we really do not need to be an expert to power each other up. And that's why we say we power up. And when we do so, together we rise. And as I said, there are some 900 odd members in our community. But all this is possible because of the partners that we have. And they have been supporting us for the last 3 years. Agile in Education USA, PMI Slovenia chapter, and PMI Buenos Aires Argentina chapter, PMO officers, IAPM, Agnostic Agile Community, and Scrum Day London. We are technology partner is We Are Ready Now. So I encourage everyone to check out their website. They do really cool things on VR and AR, which is I think the future as of now. And a recap of the focus of this year. The focus of this year was the power of one. The theme was to come up together and execute a global cross-cultural project. And what is the outcome of the project? Is a collaborative article. We delve into the synergy of AI and leadership dimensions. So the theme of these articles are leadership dimensions in the age of AI. So we have authored, I think, 7 of them now. And this webinar is going to delve more into the 7th article, where will be talking about how AI can help us to build strategic global partnerships. And there are these 7 articles that we have already published. And if Cecilia can put all the links on the chat window, I'll be, we will socialize this with all the attendees who are there on this webinar today. And with this, I hand over the virtual stage to Shivantika to introduce the moderator of the day, Anjana.
Thank you very much, Priya, for giving these opportunities. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce Anjana, our moderator of today's session. With over 24 years of extensive experience in internal audit, risk management, and governance, Anjana is a seasoned professional who currently serves as the driving force behind the digital transformation of internal audit at DP World UAE. Her expertise lies in innovation, entrepreneurships, and team building within the realm of internal audit, where she has successfully established forward-thinking ventures aimed at enhancing risk insights and audit processes using data and digital tools and technologies. She is a certified project management professional and MBA from the University of Sri Jayawardena, completed by numerous certifications in audit and risk domains. She is passionately dedicated to revolutionizing audit practices by leveraging digital tools and technologies, concurrently empowering her team of auditors with future-proof skills through upskilling and reskilling initiatives. In addition to her role in audit, she serves as a global program lead for Tech for Women, a pioneering global initiative. So this initiative strives to offer a comprehensive platform to empower women across DP world, enabling them to enhance their technical skill for career advancement and job enrichment. Anjana's commitment to driving smart audits and fostering women's empowerment through technology showcase her dedication to innovation, leadership, and professional development. So ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together to welcome Anjana, our moderator. I invite Anjana to take the discussion forward. Over to you.
Thank you, Shivantika, for that wonderful introduction. Good evening, good morning, or good afternoon from wherever you are joining from the rest of the world. Very happy and proud to be here and also be part of this esteemed group of women. It sure is a power up. The journey had been a learning experience for me, getting insight and expertise from all these wonderful women. Let me first, introduce our panelists who are joining us today. I thought what better way can I introduce them than asking them to introduce themselves. I would like to get started with our mentor, Carol Ariabi. Carol, would you like to introduce yourself to our guest team today?
Hi, everyone. Thank you, Anjana. Nice to meet everyone. My name is Carol Aribi. I'm an intellectually curious person. That's why I'm part of this research group. And my current job, I lead business transformation for an asset management company in Nigeria. Nice to meet everyone.
Thank you so much, Carol. Welcome to the discussion. Let me ask Takia Ellis, who's joining us today, one of our co-authors. Takia, please introduce yourself.
Good morning from Atlanta, Georgia. My name is Takia Ellis, and I am the CEO and founder of A to Z Solutions, which is a global IT project management company based here in Atlanta. And I work with clients in the government contracting space as well as private companies. And I'm so glad to be here. And the journey of this article was eye-opening for me. So thank you for
Welcome.
allowing me to participate.
Thank you very much. Let's welcome Monica Luo. I know it's a little bit late from where you're joining, Monica. Please introduce yourself to our participants.
Sure. Hi, this is Monica. It's my pleasure to be on this panel. I am a volunteer at PMI Taiwan chapter, serving as the vice chair of the International Linkage Committee. I'm leading a group focusing on translation work. We translate PMI materials from English to traditional Chinese. The goal of this group is to broadcast and share PMI's vision, knowledge, and tools in Taiwan without any language barrier. Regarding my own job, my profession, I work in the biopharma manufacturing sector as a regulatory affairs consultant. I constantly use project management skills to manage tasks or projects delegated by clients. This panel discussion is a great opportunity for me to share my 2 cents about AI's application in building effective partnerships. I look forward to some interesting insights coming from this discussion. Thank you.
Welcome on board, Monica. Thank you so much. Let's welcome Eliana Phillips. Hi, Eliana.
Hello, everyone. It's afternoon here. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Eliana Philippe-Mulum. I am an agile people coach and, of course, as well as an HR leader. I'm very passionate about discovering talents and harnessing, their potentials to ensure that they build a very successful career and, of course, become very fulfilled in their work. And so that's why I'm very passionate about this, AI journey, because I need to let people know that AI is not a threat to them. We don't take their job, but rather, make them become better people in the world of work. So that's about me. Nice to meet you all.
Thank you so much, Eliana. Last but not least, our powerhouse, Cecilia. Welcome to the discussion, Cecilia.
Thank you, Anya. Okay, my name is Cecilia Oshi, as I said previously. And I graduated many years ago from computer science. And I remember I have a subject on AI many years ago. And I remember AI in their beginnings. So for me, it's very interesting to be part of these initiatives. Talking to AI, researching about AI. After that, I worked many years in developing systems, in software development, and I certify project management and agile project management. And I have my own company right now, Active PMO, consulting and training in leadership and project management skills. I'm also member and volunteer from PMI at PMI from Buenos Aires chapter and at the global level since 2002, more than 20 years collaborating and volunteer in PMI in different roles as a Buenos Aires chapter president, as region mentor, and right now I share with Priya the team Women in Project Management global team at PMI, and I'm also leading Latin America Women PowerUp Network. And thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Cecilia. So you all can imagine what kind of discussions, the brainstorming, as well as the work that we have put to with these wonderful ladies on looking into AI in fostering AI strategic leaderships across the globe. So to get started with, I would like to share with all of you in this exercise, one of the main things that we did as our first step was to run a survey in our community. I hope everybody can see my screen right now. I would like to share a few highlights of it, the key points. So looking at the feedback that we've got, one important thing or the main thing that I'd like to get started is with the importance of the collaborative leadership. So 98% of our participants, respondents say in the criticality of having this technology, being part of or being an ally of collaborative leadership within organizations. So let's go into a little bit deeper to talk about like what was their feedback when it comes to the challenges. It was very interesting to see the biggest challenge identified was actually the misaligned goals, which again relates back to what we were trying to achieve, how best AI can foster strategic leaderships. So this is an opportunity or a challenge that needs to be addressed in order to foster, which we will go into detail during the discussion. And then next is we analyze what is the current role AI is used for in different parts of the world. So nearly 50% is actually being used onto data analytics and insights purposes. And then about 26% of it was related to communication related areas, and then goes to the rest of the areas. So this was giving a clear indication there's more potential, there's more emphasis that needs to be put into really reaping the benefits of AI into looking into more strategic and leadership level initiatives. Then when we went back into finding out anticipation, this always bigger hope. So the AI's impact on effectiveness of the strategic partnership, the anticipated benefits of it. So this is the feedback that we received from our community. 30% of them believe that it's significantly improved, and then 44% believe that it's somewhat improved. So looking into the key takeaways of our survey, one key element is that AI has to be a catalyst for strategic success. It is becoming it has to become a critical tool in order to foster collaborative leadership, collaborative partnerships going forward. And also the recommendation from this survey results is to embrace AI, to lead the future, embrace AI to gain the competitiveness, gain an edge for an organizations to lead, to foster more. So this is, we wanted to share a little bit into what the survey results told us. Now let's delve into our individual experiences as being part of this journal article. I would like to start with Carol. Carol, looking into this overall experience, the topic, AI into global strategic leaderships, collaborative leaderships. What were the common or the high level insights when you look into a global landscape? What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, thank you, Anjana. And I want to start with, just a backstory. I remember when I was growing up and I needed to, if I need to connect with anyone outside my country, I'll write letters, right? We used to have pen pals a lot. But today I can simply go to LinkedIn, reach out to somebody and we just connect right there. It just goes to show how connected our world is. And that connection is something that we should embrace and not feel threatened by. I found out that AI is an enabler for those connections, and that it enables, it empowers, and it also ensures that, it enhances, right, those connections across board, across boundaries, and across nations. And from our study and what we found out there, I think there are three key ways in which AI is able to enable those partnerships. It helps us to identify, to connect, and to transact. So just, imagine with me, you have AI algorithms that are able to help you match make and identify partners across the world for your business, your services, or your products. There's so much power in that. With predictive analysis, you're able to, at a click of a button, identify where your partner is, what their needs are, and what your common needs are together. And that helps you to connect and share that information together. The second part is around communication. So when you now identify those partners, how are you able to connect with them? AI can help you create compelling communication, compelling information that helps grab the attention of that, that potential partner. and help you to identify compatibility in terms of mutual benefits, shared values, or long-term goals. And the third thing I'm talking about is transaction. How are you able to easily transact with those partners? With AI and blockchain technology, I am able to send money anywhere across the world, enter into smart contracts intelligently, transparently, because all the information is available at my fingertips. So imagine AI and leaders working together to arrive at everything I've just described. There's so much power in that. And that's what some of the research that we have gone through has opened our eyes to see, right? That there's that ability to explore cross-border partnerships, analyze with AI will help you analyze the scenarios. AI can help you identify potential outcomes. And there's so much benefit in that. So I'm sure by the time everyone here speaks, we'll get to understand a little bit more perspective from the different regions. But those are just some of the power that AI is helping us to unlock. Thank you.
Very interesting, Carol. Yes, it helps with the connections, the communications, and then how you transact across. What a nice summary that is. With that, I would like to move on to Eliana, who was working on the Africa region insights with regard to our topic. Eliana, there were very interesting insights that you brought in, specifically with regard to the inherent nature of the region, the challenges which are inherent to the region as well. So something around combination of robots and the human might contribute to positive transformation in Africa. Please share your experience, what you have witnessed based on your research.
Okay, thank you, Angela. Like Kara had mentioned, she said AI as an enabler. And like I also mentioned, I said to you that, my background is HR, and one of the fear in this environment is AI is going to take their jobs. And, it's for this experience, it just shows that, we can actually partner with robots, to help us enhance whatever productivity it is. Now, I'll give an example. I'll just give you examples. For example, agriculture. You know how large Africa is? There are loads of lands, really, that haven't been utilized. And the truth is, the ability for man to be able to cultivate the land is slim. So really in that area, we can actually use robots, to partner. All we need to do is just to get, the inputs that the robots will need, the strategy and all that for the robots to need to ensure that they cultivate that large piece of land. Of course, there will be plenty of food for us in Africa. And then the next is, of course, healthcare. Now, the challenge is we have very few doctors here in Africa. And unfortunately, some of the doctors are actually migrating, so we also need to ensure that we have robots who could, do surgeries, take a lot of things, we have administrative reports on people, on issues, and then of course, while we'll focus on, counseling, mentoring, things that have to do with interaction with humans so that they can actually get better, while the robots do the administrative part, and of course the surgeries like I mentioned. And then as well as education, we need a lot of systems to be able to enable people to learn. Now, the teachers will deal on counseling people, one-on-one, because sometimes you really want robots actually to do the counseling for you. You want to actually interact with people. So while the robots do you have the systems to learn. If they need after counseling, then you go back, to interact with robots to say, okay, this is what Eliana Counseling has said to us, and then this is what I want. Of course, the robot's intelligent enough to bring out all the stuff that Eliana talked about. And in terms of, construction, exactly. Like I said as well, we need a lot of infrastructures in Africa. Africa is large. A lot of us, and you know how large we are. Like I mentioned, I don't know if I mentioned it in the article, to say that we have loads of regions, exactly. And in one region, you have like 25 countries. So just imagine the 5 regions with different. So we need a lot of infrastructure to ensure that things happen. And so that's where the robots come in, where we need to collaborate, So those are the things that we're talking about. We need that. We need robots to help us do those things while, we begin to think of strategy. They will do the operational part, while we think of the strategy to ensure that the robots are efficient in the things that we do. So with that collaboration, of course, Africa will get to the peak where we want to get to, exactly. And I mean, everybody, it's a global world, like I said, I beg your pardon, Carol said it's an enabler. So you can just imagine the things that we'll do together, having robots and the humans collaborate rather than thinking that the robot is going to take over, our community. So basically, yes, so that's the collaboration. There are lots more, but, that's the collaboration we're talking about to ensure that Africa gets to the peak. Thank you.
Very interesting, very interesting. That itself has a lot of potential and a lot of practical applications which are unique to the region. So I really love the piece. Yes. Thank you so much, Eliana. Next, I would like to move to Monica, looking into the Asia Pacific region. Again, looking into the specific, the significant native insights that you were able to unveil when you were looking into the Asia Pac region. Would you like to share that with us today, Monica?
Yeah, sure. The challenge in the Asia Pacific area is the disparity. For example, let's talk about AI readiness. In 2023, Singapore ranks number 2 out of 193 nations in AI readiness, followed by some top performers like South Korea, Japan, Australia, China, and Taiwan, which is very impressive, I would say. But in the meantime, more attention or improvement might be required in nations such as North Korea, Timor-Leste, Myanmar, and Nepal. We also see the disparity in the AI regulation policy and approach. Some nations, like Singapore, they have very mature and advanced AI readiness, AI policy planned very early on, and even planned something 5 or 10 years from now. However, in other areas, other nations, they might not even have AI policies at all. In addition, we see the disparity not just between nations and nations, but also between urban areas and rural areas, particularly in infrastructure, and disparity in genders. Then the diversity in cultures and languages makes this disparity even more difficult. But despite all those challenges, the economy in the Asia Pacific area is growing very fast. So the idea of AI application and implementation in the future is welcomed, well adopted, and positive in this part of the world. That's what I was saying. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Monica. That's very interesting, especially with regards to the regulations. That is a topic which I think is important to all of us across the world when it comes to looking into the regulations, standardization, and then how it's been adopted without further enhancing the digital divide, access to information. Let me move on to Takia, looking at the North American side of things. To be, again, looking into a very diverse setup geographically. And then how is AI playing this transformative role when it comes for collaborative leaderships?
Well, thank you, Anjana. And as you stated earlier, yes, North America is very nuanced. And for this particular research, I focus on Canada and America, of course. As far as Canada is concerned, they have launched like several initiatives back in 2017 to make sure that there's an infrastructure in place to manage the ethics and how AI is used across their nation. And so, like, for example, you want to make sure that the strategic partnerships are ethical and will include, human empathy, skills like empathy. So basically, they launched like the Pan-Canadian Artificial Intelligence Strategy, and they have it across the different regions. And there's also the Canadian AI Safety Institute, which is aimed at deploying responsible use of AI so that it can be utilized effectively for collaboration. And also, Canada understands the importance of collaborating across borders with Europe and US and other countries and other continents. And so it seems like this infrastructure from the Canadian government level is invested in that initiative. As far as the US is concerned, as far as employing AI, AI is used in collaborative efforts across, like, for example, in smart cities. Smart cities incorporate the usage of the government entities, technology companies, and to collaborate to improve people's experience in smart cities. A smart city, for example, like I know New York City has a smart city, Dallas, Texas, LaGrange, Georgia, which is in my home state right now. So those so those AI is used to ensure that those entities are collaborating to improve the lives of others in the cities. As a business owner, I know that for me to collaborate with others, I use AI effectively because, as a business owner, you work in all hours of the night. As simple as scheduling an email for to partner on, proposals, to disseminate in the morning versus 3 o'clock in the morning. That helps me improve, the collaborative aspect of my business, for example. Of course, there are some challenges within AI, and of course, in both Canada and US, because there's a talent shortage, and there are initiatives to improve that are funded by both government entities and private sector. Like for example, here in Georgia, there's a program called Georgia AIM, which helps improve the knowledge of AI in the manufacturing industry in Georgia. And the goal of this particular program is to help Georgia become a model for how they can implement AI in the manufacturing and targeting people in a rural area of Georgia and underserved communities as well. So there are initiatives underway to ensure that AI is effectively used in a collaborative effort here in the US and in Canada.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for that insight. It's very interesting to see, specifically with regard to the talent shortage, how that can be addressed, and then how we can boost up I feel that that's something that we share across. There's a global shortage of it, which needs another discussion, I believe. All right, let's move on to Cecilia. Again, looking into the collaborative leaderships with the Latin American side of things. How do you see the adoption and evolution of AI, Cecilia?
Oh, thank you. Collaborative leadership is vital in Latin America too, as in other regions, due to the region's socio-economic challenge. We have really serious challenge in economics and inequality, as other regions too, corruption, environmental issues, and that demands diverse perspectives and decision making. As highlighted in our article, collaborative leadership fosters inclusiveness, shared responsibility, innovation, and help Latin American organizations address these issues by combining diverse perspectives, resources, and expertise. The adoption of AI in Latin America presents both opportunities and challenges. AI is a powerful tool for fostering strategic partnership across various sectors like agriculture, healthcare, urban planning. We also have some smart cities in Latin America, for example, Buenos Aires. And by enabling public-private partnership, AI support innovation hubs, tech incubators, and national strategies enhancing collaboration among governments, businesses, and research institutions. In summary, AI plays a key role in enhancing collaborative leadership, enabling better communication, decision-making, and fostering innovation. And there are many AI opportunities in Latin America for optimizing processes, streamlining decision-making, improving operational efficiency, facilitating knowledge exchange and resource sharing. For example, countries like Brazil, Mexico, and Argentina are already using AI to drive collaborations in sectors such as healthcare and agriculture. And AI can help identify compatible partners by analyzing data and market and fostering strong relationships and long-term goals. and investing in AI talent development through education and training programs can drive further innovation and collaboration across the region. However, there are several challenges. It's like any other regions, a shortage of AI talent, lack of skilled professionals and in AI and related fields, and also, like other regions, we have very uncertainties in regulatories. Countries in Latin America have varying levels of regulatory framework, which complicates AI adoptions and international partnerships. Our economic instability and the limited digital infrastructure in some areas impedes AI deployment. To fully take advantage of AI potential, these barriers must be addressed. And for example, we need to invest in talent, in regulations, and infrastructure. A good news is yesterday I read in LinkedIn an article published by SAP company after a summit in Chile, and Chilean executive said that 8 out of 10 companies will increase their investment in AI by 2025. And almost half of the companies, 41%, already have an internal committee dedicated to AI projects. And 80% believe that the main benefit of AI will be cost reductions of in the companies. So in conclusion, that is a good news. And in conclusion, AI offers immense potential to foster collaborative leadership in Latin America, but overcoming that challenge related to talent, regulations, and infrastructure is essential to fully realizing its benefits.
Very interesting, Cecilia. Yes, talent, infrastructure are areas to be focused in the region. Wonderful. I would like to give a brief. Today, I'm wearing 2 hats as the moderator, as well as one of the co-authors and a panelist. I was working towards unveiling this how strategic leaderships are working in the MENA region. So I feel that all the insights that the ladies shared of the other regions, we do have in MENA region also more or less. To begin with, due to geopolitical reasons, there is digital divide. So certain countries like UAE, where I'm based in, UAE, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, which are financially and economically strong and stabilized economies, whereas you would have other countries which are a little bit challenging, facing challenging situations as well. I would like to dive into a little bit deeper into the country where I'm based in right now, which is United Arab Emirates. And then something unique that I saw in the region when it comes to, there's a huge sponsorship and a drive from strategic leadership of the country to be an AI hub. So one of the first things that I saw is that in UAE, we are one of the first to have a ministry dedicated for AI. And this was happened a few years ago. And then this year, the Dubai ruler announced that every government entity needs to have an AI specialist who are qualified, experienced, and possess the right knowledge to drive the transformation within every government entity, which I think is a very strong direction and an order to say that what the country's leadership is heading towards, which is something unique, I think, which we saw during this research work. And due to the strong financial situation of the country, they're able to invest on setting up the infrastructure, not only to support the government, but also for entrepreneurs and new companies coming up. So there are a lot of incubators being set up. There are a lot of groups and communities being set up to support this, to bring up. So I think from a strategic point of view, getting the governance, the policy side, the country is on to a great start and progressing well on that. Some of the key challenges when it comes for, I feel UAE is like a mini world where talent from rest of the world come here to work. So we do have an advantage of attracting talent from rest of the world, but also have a challenge of retaining them because it is to work. It is on engagement. So whenever there is a demand for top talent, especially the technical talent, there is a challenge of retaining them. And another area to look into is that the digital divide across the region, having investments to boost up the rest of the countries also to adopt AI and also to come join in the same alliance as the countries which are leading on, just like Saudi Arabia and UAE, to come in, and also improving the regulation side of things. So these are some of the three challenges that I saw in the region. In terms of adoption of AI, what I have seen is, like I said, government entities is already on exploring on AI, and some have adopted to a greater extent. The banking sector has been the leading form, the industry in the country who has adopted AI to a greater extent, and services companies for customer services coming in. And another area is for national security. AI has been adopted to a greater extent, using face recognition to certain other biometrics in order to make sure that it helps on immigrations as well as national security. There are a lot of use cases in the region. So this is something that I would like to share from my experience and the research done on the MENA region. Moving on with the discussion, I would like to move to Eliana to dig a little bit deeper into the challenges of using AI in a holistic viewpoint. Any insights that you would like to share with us, Eliana?
Yes, so thank you, Angela. So I'll also talk about, the infrastructure. I mentioned it when I talked about, the collaboration between robots and humans. And the challenge about it is that we have very poor infrastructure, in some regions. And so that's one of the challenges we're having. If we're going to adopt AI, we need to ensure that those systems or those infrastructure are in place to ensure that we get the maximum reason why AI is in existence. I'll give an example, basically, like trying to curb crime in any region. Now you're looking for someone. Unfortunately, so let me give an example. The police department, some places in Africa, some don't even have laptops, don't even have systems. So how on earth are you going to trace or try to track anybody down and all that? So those are the issues we have in some regions, especially I'd say places in Africa where they're quite poor and they can't afford it. Others are, like we talked about, I think it was Zacharias was talking about, shortage of skills. Those are the issues that we're having. You have people who don't even understand can't even operate systems. They're not skilled workers. They don't even have the ability or don't even want to learn. They still want to do the things that robots are doing. So of course, it's a challenge where you're having struggles between humans wanting to do the robotic, activities. And of course, that there's a limit to where humans can actually do some things. So we get tired easily. Of course, the age factor comes in. But I mean, if we have all those things in place, then we won't have any issues, at large. And of course, we have ability for us to collaborate. So the challenge is some countries or some continents have their strategy that governs AI in their environment, and then some don't really. So there becomes a challenge where there needs to be some sort of collaboration between those countries so that there can be some sort of global collaboration with everybody, so we can actually work together, to ensure that this thing works. Another one is culture. So I'll talk about Africa, pardon me. In Africa, we have I think it's over 5,000 languages. Can you hear me? So
yes,
we have over 5,000 languages. So just imagine how difficult it is for us to communicate, and people are also finding it very difficult, to communicate. So we need to ensure that. So we need to ensure that, yes. So that's one of the issues in AI, where we need to ensure that every system is translating all the languages in Africa. So we're talking about over 5,000 languages just in Africa. So we've not even talked about other continents. So that also can also be a challenge and a setback, and that. Of course, we talked about skill, we talked about, inability to use some technology, so those things, are also challenges that we have. I talked about regulatory uncertainties and of course talent shortage, I beg your pardon, in the environment. So those things really are challenges, and governance as well. Every organization, I beg your pardon, every region or country must have AI strategy to be able to limit people from doing some things. I was listening to some clip from YouTube about Elon Musk talking about how it could be a challenge for us here if there are no restrictions to it, how people can use it to dupe people or deceive people, or do lots of crime rate can increase if we don't have some governance in it. Yeah. So thank you.
Very interesting, especially the culture piece. 5,000 languages, yes, that itself is a huge challenge to AI.
Over 5,000 actually, over.
Okay. Right. So if we put together from across the world, yes, I think we have enough challenge to AI to help us how we are going to penetrate through to make sure that we communicate, and that would result in a greater collaboration, not only regionally, but I guess we should be looking at it from a global perspective. Very interesting, Eliana. Thank you so much for that. So looking into this, with all the insights from the regions coming in, with huge potential, and then the challenges which we have, gives me the question of thinking, as leaders, what can we do in order to make sure that we are addressing it and we are helping us progress as a community, as nations, as well as global human beings. So I would like to move towards Takia to ask, what are your thoughts when it comes as leaders? What can we do?
Well, as leaders in this industry, we can continue to encourage the usage of AI and how it can, leverage what we do as leaders. There's a lot of benefits to AI, and unbeknownst to some of us, we've been using AI for many years now before it was called or termed AI. So, with this article, it helped me to understand that there are so many benefits to it. And for an example, many years ago, when I was working with my former company, I had to translate business requirements for a project in Mexico. It was all in Spanish. And with the help of Google Translate, I was able to, translate the business requirements so we could successfully implement the project. And so as I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, wait, we've been using AI forever, for a while. So definitely it's important to leverage, to tout the benefits of using AI to help optimize our communication, as someone stated earlier, when it comes to working across different industries, working with different companies. And for me, personally, I think, it's important to continue to educate our current workforce and our future workforce, meaning our young people, to understand how they can utilize it for their career. And I do like the fact that, from a leadership perspective, that government entities are providing grants, which is free money, but means free money here, to help encourage research. Like, for example, Clark Atlanta University, which is a university here in Atlanta, is partnering with Georgia Tech, which is a school here in Atlanta, in Georgia, to create an AI hub here in Atlanta, so that it can encourage research and expose people to the benefits of AI. So as a leader, I will definitely stay, connected with these type of initiatives and share it with the world, or share how we can continue to embrace AI instead of running away from it. Embrace all of the different initiatives to get people more acclimated to AI.
I really like that, especially the one that you were talking about is not only the current workforce, we should be having or building a future workforce as well. I think that is very important, and then making it available to everybody, whether it's through grants or sponsorships, how can we make sure that it is supporting and being spread through every community, which is accessible to them, and they can reap the benefits without being only limited to a certain number of people or certain societies only. So I guess that will help us in terms of raising them up, giving them more opportunity to embrace AI, to support their workforce, support their work, and to look into new opportunities through innovation. I couldn't agree more. That is very interesting. Looking into this holistic experience of us getting together and being part of this, developing this article from starting of the survey all the way up to summarizing it and brainstorming across the different experiences has been a very nice experience and eye-opener. There were a few aha moments for me. When I look at my region and when I see the notes from the other regions, I'm like, okay, we have similarities and we do have certain unique region-specific challenges as well, which I really enjoyed. So I would like to ask from you ladies as well, how did you find this experience of us working together? Can I ask somebody to unmute, or maybe I will call the name? Monica, would you like to go first?
Sure. So for me, I'm new here. I joined this group like 3 weeks ago. And oh no, 3 weeks plus 1 month, I would say. For me, the whole journey is fun. We seldom notice how AI has changed our lives, and things happen quickly in these couple of years, especially. I'm glad to have this opportunity to examine how AI could be even more helpful in building effective partnerships in an overarching way, and knowing where we are now, where we're going, and what is missing. We understand that many challenges remain to be resolved, but we also believe that there's no other time in history when humans can tackle problems so quickly like now. So everything takes time, but could be shorter than we expected. As a project manager myself, I would be excited to witness how AI can be better applied in the future to make ideas into reality. I want to participate in this movement and proactively use project management skills to foster the development. In the end, I want to thank Priya and Carol's patience to guide me through the whole preparation process. And thank you all ladies for the nice experience. Thank you.
Wonderful, Monica. Thank you so much for that. Next, let me turn to Cecilia. How did you find this experience? I know you wore many hats in this journey.
Thank you. As I commented in our newsletter, this month newsletter, I have a previous experience in a collaborative project, writing a collaborative book. That experience was extremely enriching, and that was the genesis of this initiative of writing collaborative articles. But in this case, we again have an enriching experience developing collective intelligence, with the added consideration that at this time, our team was from all around the world, not just Latin America. You know, in Latin America, we almost all speak Spanish, so it's easier for us. We had Spanish and Portuguese in mainly the old countries, so it's easier for us. But right now, the diversity is even more nurturing. We have had a very good coordinator. Most of us are project managers and a great facilitator. So thank you. I think this experience worth it not only as a professional development, but also as a personal growing. I strongly recommend it, being part of a collaborative project with a substantial diversity of cultures, backgrounds, and regions.
I couldn't agree more with you. Thank you so much. I fully agree. Yes, diverse. Even in the team, we were diverse, different languages, different part of the world, different nationalities, and then different viewpoints as well. So it was a truly diverse but an enriching experience. Couldn't agree more. Let me move to Eliana. Eliana, how was your experience?
Okay, so well, it was really nice, collaborating with everybody because there's some things I never knew about some regions, some continents that I got to know about. And then of course I realized that Africa is not the only one in this. The challenges, apparently we have challenges in other regions. So that means in AI we are all in this together. So I mean, I was really happy about different regions. It's also real good. So that means we can actually work together to ensure that we get the best out of AI. The challenge I had for my end, trying to get source for data actually, and I realized that there really wasn't enough data for me to do. Even AI, I didn't even have those data for Africa. I mean, so I realized that there's more work to do here. Of course, it's what you put in AI, the data you put in that you get back. Unfortunately, we haven't done much on that. Like I mentioned, we have loads of countries in different regions, and so I really couldn't get, in some countries, like practically more than half of the countries in Africa, I really couldn't get any data. So that's one of the challenges I had, getting. But apart from that, it was really nice knowing about everybody else's, region and country. And of course, I mean, it's something we'll do together, and of course, become a success in this AI move. Thank you.
Wonderful. I'm glad to hear that, like, due to the article, due to this exercise, you have created some history or records for the region. So I guess that's a very good start, looking into passing this on to the future generations as well. So wonderful experience. Lovely. Thank you for sharing, Eliana. Last but not least, Takia, how was your experience?
Well, I want to first thank you, Priya, for contacting me for this opportunity because it helped me step out of my comfort zone. I'm not very well versed on AI, and I'm like, but thank you. My experience was really great. I enjoyed working with the team and learning more about even my region, which is North America, which I had to kind of, even though it's nuanced, and it was kind of challenging to keep to 500 words because there's so much information that could have been shared. Even within the US borders, we have like different regions, different states, different initiatives. And I learned more about Canada and what they're doing and the similarities and differences between the two, Canada and US. Although North America also consists of other countries, I definitely had to focus on those two. And I could have gone down a rabbit hole with this. And I would love to see in the future some a more in, hopefully we can go in depth because again, the states are very nuanced and Canada is very different. And this was a really fun exercise and hopefully, a gateway to more opportunities for this type of project. So I want to thank everyone for, it was fun working with everyone, this project.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Takia. I couldn't agree more with you with regard to the fact of getting into a rabbit hole and digging deeper into, because it became so interesting. And then it was sort of like a little bit painful, certain things to give away because we had to stay focused on the article. But then it was very exciting and interesting to see the different viewpoints coming through together. And then even finding things about my own surrounding from a different lens. That is something like, I really enjoyed. Yes, it was wonderful. And yes, I think we all want to say a big thank you for Priya, including me, for inviting and making us part of this initiative, which we really enjoyed. Moving on, I would like to move to Carol, who was our mentor. How was your experience leading a team of ladies who are from different time zones, different countries, meeting for the first time, most of us? So how was your experience managing this overall project?
Well, I think for me it was awesome. As you said, I've been part of this co-authoring process. So this for me was a new experience, looking at it from a different lens as a mentor. But you ladies were amazing. Everybody kept with their deadlines, even though it was tough. Everybody met up with their deadlines. They put a lot of work into it. In fact, at the point I was telling Priya, "Oh, the pages, the number of pages is a lot. Can we accommodate all these pages?" But she said it's great, to have everything. And I'm glad that all the content and all the work you guys put in showed forth in what was done. There was a lot of self-organization, as Cecilia said. We're project managers, so everyone was brought their A game, and that ability or that willingness to share, to learn from each other, and to collaborate together was really very impressive throughout this whole process. Thank you for the privilege to be part of this, and I hope to do more. Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for keeping us in tap and then making sure that this experience comes out in this beautiful way, which we have done already. All right, I think we are coming to the end of the webinar. But before we go, I would like to ask each one of you, I don't know how you would summarize it, but if you have to put it in one phrase or sentence, what would you like to conclude about this experience as well as this project that we did together? I have Cecilia on top of my left corner of the screen. Maybe I'll start with you, Cecilia.
Okay, thank you, Anjana. My phrase is collaborative leadership is crucial everywhere, and especially in Latin America, to address complex regional challenges like inequality and economic instability. And enhancing it with AI can drive innovation, efficiency, and strategic partnership across diverse sectors. So it's a must. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Cecilia. Let me call Monica next.
Hi, my one sentence for this article would be make the best of AI to bring us to the new horizon. You will never know what you can do unless you try. So be brave.
Wonderful. Absolutely. We would never know what it will bring out to us. So we have to be brave. Eliana, what are your thoughts?
So for me is the ability to be resilient, especially back here, because you're going to have a lot of pushbacks, a lot of challenges. You might fail, but you need to get up again and ensure that we do it, and of course we become a success. So that's it for me.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Eliana. So Takia, what are your last thoughts?
My last thoughts are to definitely leverage AI and the benefits of it and also continue to use human skills like empathy, creativity, and innovation. It's important to definitely incorporate those skill sets and not just let AI take over. So that is my last thoughts.
Wonderful. So last thoughts from me. I feel that AI is not only a catalyst for innovation, but it is something that is going to force us to drive through a transformation individually, community-wide, geographically, globally. So let's foster and make AI help us to be more resilient, more agile, and also to have those deeper connections, what we were talking about, the communication with one another, building, connecting communities with one another, and also enabling capabilities to one another. So it's a global, in this global village, I think this is another platform or a tool that is going to help us build and make this world a much smaller place for all of us. So with that, let me thank all of you for joining this webinar, our co-authors as well as mentor. Priya, I will hand it over to you to take to the next steps of the session. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Anjana. It was a wonderful moderation. And thank you, panelists, for sharing your words of wisdom. And I will share my screen again. And over to you, Shivantika, to do the honors.
Thank you very much, Priya. So thank you very much, our other dear panelists, Monica, Chakia, Cecilia, Eliana, and Carol, and multitasker, our moderator, Anjana Vijay Singh. Thank you very much for sharing your expertise with this event, and your insights truly another huge difference. It added more colors to today's event. So as a small token of gratitude, please find attached your certificate of appreciations. We are so grateful for your contribution. Let me invite Monica to receive her certificate of appreciation. Thank you very much, Monica, for sharing your knowledge with us. Next, we'll move on to Chakia. Thanks again, Chakia, for sharing your thoughts, ideas, and experience with this wonderful panel. Please receive your certificate of appreciation. Thanks. Then we'll move on to multitasker, moderator, Anjana Vijay Singh. Please accept the certificate of appreciation. We really appreciate your dedication. Thank you very much. Next, we have Cecilia. Thank you, Cecilia, for all the commitment, passion, and support towards this Women Power Up network. And thank you very much for sharing your knowledge. Please receive your certificate of appreciation. We really appreciate your commitment. Then we have Liana. Thank you. We have Liana. Thank you very much, Liana, for your thoughts and experience. Please receive the certificate of appreciation. Thank you. Over to you, Pia.
Yeah, and I think that's the wrap for today's event. Do let us know what you think by taking the Menti poll again. And we wrap up our September event, and we meet again on October 19th with another cool leadership dimension and how we can leverage it with the power of AI. Till then, keep watching our social media handles for the details about our next event. Till then, stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy, and don't sign up so fast. We need to take a group picture before we sign up. Please switch on your videos so that we can take a group pic to be posted and as a memory. So, Cecilia, would you want to do the honors of the group picture? People,
Yes.
we'll give a few minutes for people to take switch on their cameras, and I will stop sharing.
Yes. Smiling. Okay. Okay, another one. Good, thank you. Thank you, everyone. Perfect. Took some pictures.
Yeah, and I think we missed out Carol's certificate, so we might want to give that. Just give me a second. Let me share my screen again. Sorry about that, Carol. I think we might move this thing too fast. Just give me a second. Where is it gone? Not able to find. And till then, don't forget to take the Menti poll to let us know, and just push sharing the Menti again, because I switched off. My laptop had restarted, so I got messed up a bit. Just give me 1 second. Present, yeah. Cecilia, you may want to post the link again on the chat for the Menti.
Okay.
Yeah, so that people can tell us what do they think about our event. And I will share my screen again to share Carol's certificate, which I think I clicked the next button too fast. Okay, so here we go. Okay, do you see my screen? Not yet. I have to share.
Not.
Second, let me share my screen. And Shivantika, you will have to do the honors again. We missed Carol's certificate. Are you able to see?
Yes.
No, not yet.
Not yet, ma'am.
There it is. Yeah.
There you are. Thank you very much. So really, please beg your pardon, Carol, for this mistake. So I really appreciate your commitment, sharing your thoughts and experience with this wonderful session. Please accept certificate of appreciation on behalf of the Women Power Committee. We really appreciate your commitment. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Carol. And with this, we will wrap up. Finally, we have taken the pictures and we are all done. We will see you again next month with another cool topic on AI. And I think this time it will be on ethical leadership. All right. With this, see you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank
Bye,
you.
bye,
Thank you,
everyone.
everyone. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Take care.